Well, welcome to another episode of Gamecock Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now rocking with the best, and since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. We got a good one today, y'all. We are talking about Milaysia Fulwiley. And can Milaysia Fulwiley actually start for the South Carolina Gamecock basketball team? Is that what we doing? Is that what we are doing? Is this what Don Staley doing this year? Is she going to start Milaysia Fulwiley? Is all the scuttlebutt true? Is all the rumors true that this could happen? Well, I'm going to give you my opinion. First off, we're going to start with this. We are rolling deep with guards this year. At South Carolina. So it all begins with Raven Johnson. Then you move on to a TeHina PaoPao. Then you move on to a Bree Hall. Then you can talk about the baby birdies themselves at the guard position, and that's Milaysia Fulwiley and Tessa Johnson. Okay? But at the point guard position, we can get a little bit more specific. Because Raven Johnson, redshirt sophomore last year, as a redshirt freshman, made the all-freshman team. This year got the gold medal in the America Cup tournament, put it in the work, look physically fit, is healthy, ready to do the damn thing. We're talking about Raven Johnson. Okay, the number 2 ranked player in her recruiting class, the number 1 point guard, who is ready to show who the hell she is. Then we talk about, TeHina PaoPao. Oh yeah, TeHina PaoPao played shooting guard at Oregon, recruited to Oregon as a point guard, big guard, 6 foot, all Pac-12 twice. And then we can go to finally the birdie herself, Milaysia Fulwiley, the most exciting player in the 2023 class. Gonna be in the garnet in black, representing Kenan High School from Columbia. So we are good at the point guard position. Those are three. But the Raven is a guaranteed starter at point, right? Raven is guaranteed starter at point. And the discussion, there's still some type of discussion who's going to be starting at the shooting guard and at the small forward position, at the wing position. And I've been getting a lot of comments, getting a lot of, just a lot of fervor, I guess, in reference to who could start at the 2, who can start at the 3, because there's no longer a Zaya Cook. There's no longer a Bree Bill at the 2 and the 3 position. So, TeHina PaoPao, Bree Hall, both of them about the same size. And then either one of those players could start. You can have a Milaysia Fulwiley, about 5'7", 5'8". I don't care what the roster says, saying she 5'10". I know she ain't no 5'10". I'm gonna say about 5'8", maybe 5'8 and a quarter. Okay, say like my uncle say, 5'8 and a quarter. All right, I'm gonna say it like that. But let's say we pencil in at the 3 position, since Bree Hall backed up Bree Bill last year to some degree. Let's say that she starts at the 3. Let's just say she starts at the 3. Okay. And TeHina PaoPao transferred into the South Carolina Gamecocks for a reason, right? She's got that for a reason. She wanted to play in the SEC. She wanted to challenge for a national championship. She wanted to be coached by Don Staley because she knows that's going to help her get drafted into the W and have a successful career. Okay, the resume speaks for itself. All right, so I struggled with this in a previous video about who to start at the 2, who to start at the 3, TeHina PaoPao, Bree Hall. I don't know. I still don't know. But the question for this video, the question for this observation is Milaysia Fulwiley. Can she start at the 2? Or can you just say that you're going to have basically 2 point guards? Although Raven played point guard in college, is she a true point guard? I don't think so. I don't think she's a true point guard. I think she's an off guard. But be that as it may, the rankings say that she is the number 2 point guard in the country. All right? When she was at Keenan High School, the ball was in her hands almost every play. And she did whatever she wanted to do with that basketball. The comparison that we should actually discuss, is Milaysia Fulwiley in 2023-2024 is very similar to a Destiny Henderson in 2018-2019. Let's go back into your Rolodex. Okay? Both of them about 5'7", 5'8", 5'8 1/4. All right? Both of them, Henny was ranked 9th overall in her recruiting class back in 2018, the number 1 point guard. Milaysia Fulwiley ranked 13th in her recruiting class, 2nd ranked point guard. Very similar in explosiveness, very similar in swag, very similar in demeanor. Now, that 2018-2019 year, we had as the starters Ty Harris, who was a junior, and Taya Cooper, who was also a junior. Destiny Henderson came off the bench her freshman year. Now we all know that year was interesting to say the degree. With Taya Cooper and time, suspensions and all kinds of little stuff that went on during that year. It was a trying year for Dawn Staley, right? But the starters was Ty Harris, Taya Cooper, and you had a freshman, Henny, who came off the bench, along with the senior and Bianca Cuevas Moore. Okay, so during that year, she played in 31 games and started 9 ball games. Henny started starting in SEC play. She started some of the SEC play and started a few games during the NCAA tournament. Okay, so during her 31 games that she played, she averaged about 16 minutes a game. Averaged 6 points a game, couple of rebounds, and an assist a game. That's what Destiny Henderson did during her freshman year. That's actually how I envision Milaysia Fulwiley during her freshman year, the 2023-2024 class. She's not going to start. Malaysia's not going to start this year for the Gamecocks. And if she does start, she's starting by injury. Raven Johnson and TeHina PaoPao are going to be the starters at the 1 and the 2 position for the South Carolina Gamecocks. The best move for South Carolina would be for Milaysia to play that Henny role, to come off the bench, to play the 1 or the 2 position, preferably to play the 2 position off ball so she can utilize her athleticism. Now, it's going to hurt some on the defensive end because she's small. But on the offensive end, she will put so much pressure on the defense. That's what I envision. Now, also think back. Henny was a small player. is still a small player. In the W, she's still a small player. But she puts pressure on the ball. She is a pest. She is a menace on the defensive end. With Milaysia Fulwiley, envision this right here. Milaysia Fulwiley is so athletic. So athletic. If you can harness that energy on the defensive end to guard the ball, to put pressure on the ball, oh, she would be awesome. She would be awesome. And not and then you will have a more well-rounded player going forward. Now, you don't want to put too much on her freshman year. You don't want to do that. That's why I don't envision her playing the point guard position unless it's in necessity. If Raven gets hurt, I see TeHina PaoPao moving over to the point guard role, and then you have Bree Hall moving over to the 2, and then probably Chloe Kitts moving over to the 3. That's how I see it. I don't see Milaysia Fulwiley playing point guard this year. I see her playing that off-ball shooter, Allen Iverson type role for the Gamecocks off the bench this year. Next year, it could be different. Next year could be different. Not saying she's going to play. Next year, it will be different. It will be different. Because next year, Raven will be a redshirt junior. Redshirt junior. TeHina PaoPao will be gone. So, you could actually have a scenario where next year for the 2024 class, 2025 class, you have a lineup that might feature a Raven Johnson at the 1, a Milaysia Fulwiley at the 2, and a Bree Hall at the 3. Or you can have a scenario where a Raven Johnson at the 1, a Bree Hall moves over from the 3 to the 2, and a Chloe Kitts at the 3, and then you have a Tessa Johnson working her way in. Or transfer. So much that can happen from the 2024-2025 season. But for this year, 2023-2024 season, Milaysia Fulwiley, if she is starting, two things that can happen. If she is starting for the Gamecocks early in the season, that means, number one, Raven went down with an injury. Number two, she's just so damn good, you have to figure out a way for her to get in starting lineup. I don't know. I don't foresee that happening. I see TeHina PaoPao coming in to this team and having a very, very good year. I see Bree Hall coming into this team and having a very, very good year. Freshman year for Henny, she played 486 minutes. 486 minutes. 16. That's good. That's good time. That's a good time. You're talking about 16 minutes a game. In SEC play, she averaged almost 18 minutes a game. That's a good time. If Milaysia Fulwiley is playing that amount of minutes, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. But I don't foresee her being a starter for the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball team this year. Just holler at your boy. Let me know how you feel. Let me know, am I off base? Check your boy. Check me if I'm wrong. Check me if I'm wrong. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Continue to like, continue to share, continue to make Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will the biggest outlet for South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Let's go.